My thing was that after all the games was over, we didn't won and we didn't lost or whatever didn't happen, you know, when his fathers was coming to get him or take him to go get pizza or ice cream or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I was always left there by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was never in my life. You know, and my stepfather, you know, like a lot of most stepfathers just be there for the mama, any motherfucking way, especially when they got other kids already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't a bad dude. He was a good dude. He ain't never, you know, physically or mentally or tried to whoop us, abuse, none of that. It's just that he just wasn't there for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got tired of that bullshit, man. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna kick it with the homies. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't know that there's what led me to the game. I didn't figure this out, homie. You know what I'm saying? Till I was 39 years old, laying up at downtown LA at the federal building, looking at a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? That was my trauma. Through my whole life, my trauma was that my father wasn't ever there. You know, so that's how, you know, and I didn't figure that out, you know what I'm saying, till I was like 39.
I think it's a whole bunch of kids out there, man, who's going through that type of trauma, but don't realize it right now. The father is very important in the household.
Damn near it's only a few motherfuckers out there that gangbang that ain't got some kind of trauma.
Oh, definitely.
But the thing is, homie, they don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? It took me till I was 39 years old, laying up in the jail cell, and if I wouldn't have been laying up in the jail cell at 39, I wouldn't have realized it then. You know what I'm saying? So you got all, because, man, I'm going to tell you, people be acting like we just wake up and say, okay, we want to gangbang, we want to go hurt, or shoot, kill people, rob. We don't wake up and just make that decision, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids been sexually abused, mentally, physically, emotionally, all kinds of, man. It's kids out there, grown ass men out there still traumatized, and they don't even know why.
There's a lot of people going through that, man, going through depression and everything else.
I think because as kids, like you said, a lot of us, you know, fathers were absentee. And I don't know if we knew what trauma was. You get me?
No, we didn't know.
We was looking at that like this is what's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, because I was like,
right.
Man, I was at the attitude like, man, my father. He don't give a about me. I don't give a about him. Fuck him. But when I was laying up in that federal building, man, at 39 years old, homie, my fucking father passed. You know, and whenever you in jail and they call you to the chaplain, you know somebody dead. So I'm just praying like, damn, hope it ain't my mama, my brother, my sister, you know. I get down there and mom told me it was my father, man. And I'm going to tell you something, homie, I cried like a fucking baby, homie. Even though my whole life I was saying, fuck him, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a void in my heart. You know what I'm saying? That was it. That was there for him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I was still fucked up.
Yeah. Did you ever get to build with him any before he passed away?
No, I've seen my father one time in my life, man. And it wasn't when I saw him. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was a disappointment, man. I think I was 15 years old, because he always lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He came to see me. You know what I'm saying? I think I was like 15, and it was like he wasn't even, you know, I didn't feel no love or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he happy to see me or something, homie. And I'm going to tell you something, that same night, homie, I went and put some work in. Because I was fucked up. After he left, climbed out my bedroom window, jumped on my bike, You know what I'm saying? Got my little 380. Went across the motherfucking Santa Fe. Boom, boom, boom.
You know what I'm about to say? It's a lot of kids, man. It's two different instances. You got some daddies who just bone out, right? Who just ain't there. And then you get other daddies who kind of get ran off by the mama's people, whatever, her brothers, the mama, or whatever like that.
Me, myself, man, ain't nothing stopping me for my kids, homie.
That's real.
I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? All these fake ass fathers for making excuses and man, ain't nothing gonna stop me, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no man. Come on, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. My pops, man, shout out to my pops, man. My mom ain't never said nothing wrong about my daddy. It was always everybody else around there, man. My pops went through my grandma throwing a pot. You know, back then they had outhouses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Grandma threw the out on that. Grandma popping at that and everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he still would show up, man. And eventually it was like, you know what, let this boy see his daddy, you know? And that was the biggest thing in the world, man. Me just getting to go somewhere and ride my pops in his van. You feel what I'm saying? Me and my pops like the best. I love my daddy, man. My daddy one of the best dudes ever. And I thank him for just pushing through, because you saying the real thing. Can't nobody stop no man from going to go see his kids if he really want to see his kids.
Fuck that, man. And another thing is, you know, Compton is like, it's probably like just 23% black now. You know what I'm saying? But see, well, ain't nobody ran us off. Ain't nobody took nothing. What motherfuckers fail to realize, homie, the only reason Compton is 23% is because of that crack era. You know what I'm saying? And that we done had damn near 40 years of the crack era, homie, to where and lost their homes, their jobs, their kids, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I was a big part of that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, when we was out there selling that, man, we ain't realized what the we was doing, man. All we was doing is like, niggas all about money and low ride. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had we weren't even conscious enough to even realize what the we was doing when we was doing it. Because I swear, homie, on everything I love, homie, if I could go back and do that shit again and know what that was going to do to our people, man, I wouldn't have never sold that shit, man.
There's a lot of people that say that.
I think gangster, you know, growing up in the situations that were presented to us as young men in Compton, not having that father figure or that just figure of being a respectable black man to show us, you know, that path. A lot of our dreams as kids were probably faded away growing up in Compton, in the crack era and the gang banging and being fatherless and having people to instruct you, hey man, you know, I didn't have not one single motherfucker when I started claiming the hood, or I didn't see a father figure. My father was around, but he was living, like you said, he was in another state, had a whole new life. You get me?
Yeah.
My mom was a single mom, so her choices of living conditions were very scarce. She get, where we gonna go? We had to go to Compton. You get me? So as a young dude growing up, and I'm living in, you know, I'm growing up in Spooktown, and I'm seeing niggas serving water, and I'm seeing the money, and I'm seeing the influentials and the niggas banging, and I'm seeing it. I'm thinking like, well, this is the path, right?
Yeah.
This is the fucking path. I played sports a little bit, you know what I'm saying, coming up. But when those influences start coming and you see in the rag top air bugs and and I'm seeing niggas like Gangsta roll up and down Compton and Lalandra and fucking rag 5s and 6s and 4s, and my influence is that. Like, not that a motherfucker is forcing me, but I'm like,
in that time.
Like, what other choices from like I didn't have no uncles going to college, professors. You know, my father worked at General Motors on the fucking assembly line for years, but he wasn't calling me, telling me, hey, man, you should, you know, graduate from school and you should go to college and won't he wasn't telling me that. I was on the block every day.
Yeah. Even though, at the end of the day, what the hell you gonna sit up, man? You know them early crack days, man. Motherfuckers, you say, man, motherfuckers used to be out there 4, 5, 6 in the morning like the living dead, walking around that. You could tell them, I done had furnished houses. I done seen come up the street with refrigerators on their backs. It was so vicious back then, man. You know, I didn't sit back and watch them make like 20, 30,000 just selling rocks and 50s in like an hour, man. That's how vicious that shit was, man. Where you gonna make money like that at?
Nowhere.
Especially, man.
The influence. That was the fucking influence. Like, I'm 13, 14 years old, and you think I want to go work at Boys Market or some shit? When it's a 3 years older than me, got every fucking car that you could think of, all the fucking at the high school.
The
niggas with the perms, and they just like, I'm like, feeler suits and all that.
Yeah, you gotta get with the program.
I can't get that doing nothing else. And then there's nobody in my household, like I said, bless moms for her attempts, but there's nobody in my household who is telling me, yo, just the thirst for it is just like undeniable, man.
Oh yeah, man. It was all a
per se. Like take us back to that. Like, how did you get in the game?
Oh man, I did my last violation in YA until I got off doing my last violation in '83. The homies had already talked to the homies, and they was telling me about how that, cocaine was going on, and Turtle and Mondo and the twins, and you know what I'm saying, they was already in the game, you know what I'm saying? So when I came home, Turtle and Twin had caught a case. You know what I'm saying? So Turtle was in Tracy, I think. Twin that went to San Quentin. You know what I'm saying? And Mondo was still out. You know, so shit, when I came home, man, I saw, fucking with the homie Mondo, because I'm the one brought Mondo to the hood. Because Mondo lived over there and by like in the edge of Treetop before you get to Fruitown on occasion, over Crazy and Rosecrans.
I'm smiling right now because these are all names that I heard as a little kid. Good, like this was famous.
Well, I brought Mondo to the hood. He saw it came, because I met Mondo in the 8th grade at Davis. Because see, when I went to the 7th grade, I was going to Roosevelt. But they changed the boundary line and made all us, instead of going to Roosevelt, we had to go all the way to motherfucking Davis, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, it was on.
I had to cross the track.
Yeah, we had to go straight to Piru neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And we was Crips. So I met Mondo at Davis, you know what I'm saying, and brought Mondo to the hood, and he started representing the hood, him and his brother T-Wee. And when I came home, they had already told me Mondo had a dope house on Spring on the other side of Rosecrans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, I had a broad at the pad, and shit, I was about to go, I finna go to the motel, but I'm like, fuck it, she here, so she ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I went around the corner, walked across Rosecrans to the spot, you know what I'm saying, and met over there with Mondo, and I went in the house and, seeing them cutting up rocks and